Hello everybody, today we're coming to you from Max V Shaul State Park in Schoharie County, New York. It's the middle of winter here. It's the middle of March, still winter-like. But we came up to do a quick campground tour. This is the front office. Some of our rules here. This is a New York State Park. We haven't been to a state park in a while. Some information there to be gotten. The usual don't move firewood warnings. Alright. This must be a water treatment house, would be my guess. Nice little fire pit in front of a utility building. Beautiful. Playground for the kids. You've got some lawn games over there. Horseshoes. Nice little party pavilion. I'm sure it could be rented. Okay. Straight ahead is the road up into the camping area. We're going to go check out each campsite. Alright, the first sign I come across, campsites 1 through 22 are that way, the road is closed. And campsites 23 to 30 are down that way. So, this is the way we're going. Okay, this is site number 1 at Max V Shaul State Campground. A small site it is. Nice little picnic table. And a New York State fire pit, but it does have a beautiful view of the forest. Maybe a little bit of road noise. Site number 2, a little bit bigger, just across the street from number 1. The same picnic table and fire pit. Nice flat site, and I love that there's a little brook running through it. This may not run in the summertime. Right now we just had a big meltdown of all the snow, so there's plenty of water to be had here. Right down there is towards the parking area. Okay, we're at site number 3. This one is set back off the road quite a bit. A little bit of water here. Like I said, it's very, very wet up here. It's not quite springtime yet, but we've had some spring-like weather, so we've had a big meltdown of all the snow. Picnic table and fire pit. Site number 3 is very nice, set way back off the road. Beautiful. Site number 4, another one that's set way back off the road, which is really a nice thing. There is a water supply right there. I don't see bringing a trailer back here, but I guess if you're the adventurous type, I'm not sure what's even allowed here. I'll let you know. Pretty little site. It's got a bit of a berm, a hill behind it, so it'll cut down on the wind. Nice wide open site. The usual picnic table and fire pit. Very nice. And there's the nearest site all the way down to that site 3. So there's a lot of room in between the sites here, which is really a bonus. Okay, site 5 is next. Number 5 is right on the road, a little bit easier to get into if you had a small trailer. But again, I'm not sure if they even allow trailers here. So as the tent site goes, it's beautiful. The standard fire pit and picnic table. Beautiful. Site number 5. Site number 6 is directly across the street, so we'll just let it roll. Okay, this is site number 6. Beautiful trees on this one, mature trees. Gorgeous. You're on the side of the hill, so you got a beautiful view of the forest as you sit here at your table and enjoy your meal. Fire pit's right on the edge. Very nice. This is site number 6. Okay, this is site number 7. Another nice little site, a little bit larger than some of the other ones. Picnic table. And a nice fire pit. More beautiful views of the hill. Site number 7. This is site number 8. Again, a little larger than the ones we've seen so far. Nice little area to pull in. Nice picnic table and fire pit. We're working our way uphill, getting a little winded. These trees are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, really pretty. Okay, site number 8. Site number 9 is right by the bathhouse. Got a lot of room to work with here. You could definitely put a trailer in here if they allow it. This will be perfect. And you got a picnic table and fire pit over here. Technically speaking, I think I'm liking this site so far. Let's put a star on this one, because this is a great one for my size RV. We've got about a 26-footer. Should fit right in here, and our patio could be right out here. It would be very pretty. All right, site number 9. Let's give that one a gold star. Site number 10. No, they seem to be getting larger as we move into the park. Looks like they just lost a nice tree here. Very nice campsite. Beautiful views of the valley. Now that is site number 10. Site number 11. More beautiful trees. Bit of an upgrade to get into the site, which gives you a little bit of privacy. Table and fire pit. Another spectacular view of the valley. Really nice. The views keep getting better as we move uphill. Okay, this is site number 12. Another one right near the bathhouse. A nice easy site to pull in on. Fire pit and a picnic table, and you even have a little bit more room over there. These two sites would be great if you had friends camping together. There's a little path in between the two sites. Very nice. That is site number 12. Okay, this is site number 13, Lucky 13. You guys know how I feel about Lucky 13. It's often a great underused site. It's up a hill. Oh, and it goes way back. A nice turn here, place to park your car. Well, site number 13 is a beauty. Brings you way back here. You got a hill behind you. Picnic table and fire pit, as always. A little bit of a concrete slab under that one. Nice. You even got a bit of a turnaround here. I don't know if you would do that with a trailer or not. I probably wouldn't try it. No, that is site number 13. As always, a beautiful site. Okay, right in between site 13 and site 14 is a water supply. And right in front of us is site number 14. Looks like they lost a tree down there. Nice little site, good spot for a tent. Picnic table and a fire pit. Very nice. Right across from the bathhouse again. Very nice. Site number 14. Site number 15. Big site. Nice site. Wide open. All these trees will fill in with leaves, so it'll be a lot more private in the summertime. Picnic table. Nice flat site. I would discount any water you see now. This is just a spring thaw doing that to us. You have a nice little path over here to the bathroom. Nice. Site number 15 is a beauty. Okay, this is site number 16. This has a couple of different tiers here. Looks like you can put a tent here if you wanted to. and then keep your kitchen upstairs. Kind of nice, something different. This park is running me ragged with the hills. Okay, so this would be your living area. Picnic table, standard fire pit, and a nice little rolling hill down to whatever you would do with this stuff right here. And again, if they allow RVs, this would be a fine RV site. It'd be easy to pull into because of the bend in the road. Put the trailer right here. It could work. All right, site number 16. It's a beauty. Right next to site 16 is a trailhead for the Shaul Park Trail. Site's been around the block a few times. Nothing wrong with that. No vehicles beyond this point. And it goes up the hill and around the whole park. Very nice. I'll show you on the map where this goes, right here. Okay. This one is site number 17. This one's a little special. This is a site that is designed for people with disabilities, or Americans with Disability Act compliant. Site number 17. First thing I see is the double rimmed fire pit, so that if you have lack of sensation in your hands or your legs, you're not going to burn yourself on your fire. It's very thoughtful, very nice thing to do. The other thing is the special ADA compliant picnic table so that wheelchairs can get underneath. Quite frankly, I don't know why they just don't upgrade to all picnic tables like this. It's a really handy table. So this is site number 17 at Max V Shaul State Campground. And this is what they call a handicapped campsite. Now we call them ADA compliant. There's the bathhouse. They're closed for the season, so there's no point in walking over there. Directly across the street from the ADA compliant campsite is water supply. On the right is site 18. Simple site, up against the hill, so you do get some privacy. It's not bad at all. Picnic table and a fire pit, of course. Lots of beautiful trees in this park. So many. There's the site. I think you can get a nice campground out of that. That is site number 18. Okay. Moving on down the road. Moss-covered road. I love a mossy ground. There's just something beautiful about it. Soft and luxurious. I could walk for hours on that. Okay. Site number 19. Another nice site up against the hill, so you get nice privacy. Got a picnic table packed over there. Fire pit right here. Not too shabby. Bathhouse is right there, so it's a good spot. It's got everything you need. And right in front of us is another beautiful site, a little bit larger than the rest. Site number 20. Let's give it a good look. I do like how they leave the stumps from the trees. They come in handy when you're camping. It's a good place to do things. Hey, your standard fire pit, picnic table, moss-covered ground for your tent. I love it. Well, let's give this one a gold star. Site number 20. It's a goodie. Water supply is directly across the street. Bathhouse right around the corner. Not too shabby. Site number 21. Beautiful deep site. Again, up against the hill. Lots of beautiful trees. You want to put a hammock out. Really nice. Goes way back. Standard fire pit. Lots of beautiful mossy area to put a tent on right there. Picnic table and a beautiful campsite here. That is site number 21. Looks like we got one more site in this section here. It's a double deuce, site number 22. And a nice site it is. A good size. Got your fire pit, picnic table. You got a beautiful view of the hillside. And you can also see what's coming and going. That's the road coming in. Not a bad site. Site number 22. Okay, the next section is down this hill, make a right, that's the next section. This is something for me to look at here as a camper assistance program from New York State Department of Recreation and Historic Preservation. I'm not sure what they do, but there is an interesting campsite right here. There's no number on it. We were just at site number 22. And this looks like, I don't know if they call this a yurt or a glamping site maybe. It's got a platform. It's got its own water supply, fire pit. And this is like a framework for a tent, quite obviously. It's not too hard to envision. I'll have to look this up on the website and give you some information about how these work. This actually has electricity. Look at that. Boy, this must be a glamping site. It's certainly not camping, per se. It looks like it's just a standard 15 amp circuit, which is living the lap of luxury in a campground. And it comes with a mascot. Belay. Okay. I don't have a number on this site. It's, we're gonna call it the glamping site. Okay, this way leads me to nothing. I'm just checking out the map. We're gonna go back to the intersection, hang a right. Okay, that was 1 through 22, and next is gonna be 23 to 30. And we're going down this way. Watch your speed limit through the park, 10 miles an hour, lots of kids here in season. Lots of water coming off the hill. Okay. Looks like I see our first site up in the distance. We'll be right back after these important messages. Okay, just as you enter this section, there is a, looks like a guest parking area, because you could probably only have one car per site. So this is where you'd park your secondary cars. Yeah, just as you come into this section. Thanks so much for spending your time with me here today at Max V Shaul State Park Campground in Schoharie County, New York. This is a New York State campground. A New York State Park campground, I correct myself. And all the sites so far have had the standard fire pit and picnic table. The last bunch have been up against this back hill, and they are quite beautiful. This is site number 23. Right next door and across the street is site number 24. Very open. I would say this is the site to be seen in. Site number 24, you're right on the main road. It's wide open. You're right across from a bathhouse, which is always convenient. Comes with a standard fire pit, picnic table, and some beautiful trees. Very nice. Very nice. And you'll surely be seen right here. Okay. That was site number 24. And directly across the street from site number 24 is site number 25. Tucked back behind some beautiful trees. Moss-covered crest of the hill. What a beautiful thing. Beautiful site. Lots of places for your tent. A good quality picnic table. And a fire pit. Site number 25. Again, up against the hill. Lots of nice privacy. It's on a bit of a hill, but not a bad one. Site number 25. This is site number 26. Welcome one, welcome all. This is a wide open site. Lots of airflow through here. This would be nice on a hot summer weekend camp out. Picnic table and fire pit, of course. We're presently surrounded by melt-off water, but I don't think that's a problem all year long. It's just what's happening right now. having a bit of a warm snap in the Catskills. It's a funny thing, nature doesn't know that us silly humans put dates on the seasons. It happens when it's ready. Quite frankly, it may be early March, site number 27. It still feels like winter out here. But it's warm enough for the ice and snow to melt. All right, beautiful picnic table and fire pit here at site number 27. 27. Nice size site. There's water supply directly across the street, right there. This is site number 28. A nice little site. Nothing wrong with this one. Nice and flat. Beautiful views. Again, there'll be a lot of nice air movement in here. It's what you really like in the summertime. Not a bad site at all. Okay. Site number 28. We're almost to the end, guys. Hope you're being patient. I appreciate you sticking it out through the whole tour. If you're going to be camping here in the near future, this could be invaluable for you in your task of picking your sites. Beautiful stonework. Very old. Beautiful. Okay. So, that's another road. I guess this is the road from the glamping site. This is where it would have took us out to. Another site right across the street. Nice and big. Lots of beautiful trees. Set back off the road nicely. Let's get a closer look at beautiful site number 29. Against a hill with views down through the valley. Nice little camp fire pit and picnic table. Lots of room to spread out here. It's kind of another one where if you want to be noticed, you're right in the middle of all the big roads that come through. This looks like some kind of a public pavilion area, if you would ask me. Let's go find out. Ground is very soft. It's a funny thing that happens up here in the late winter, early spring. As everything melts here on site number 29, the water percolates through the ground and it makes everything very soft. So welcome to Mudville. Springtime in the Catskills. I personally love it. There is a group campsite and a warning about firewood. Please don't move firewood around. Buy it local. Spread the wealth. Local people need to make a few dollars. If you live close enough, within an hour or so, I think 50 miles, you can bring your own wood. But if you're going any further than that, like me, I'm coming up from Long Island, I won't be bringing wood up here with me. I'll buy local. All right, so this is a group camping area. So if your Elks Lodge or your Masonic Lodge wants to come have a picnic or even a camp out together, this is where you can do it. A couple of fire pits, lots of picnic tables, even a tent structure that I'm sure they put together come the warmer weather. Yeah, very nice. The group campsite here at Max V Shaul State Park Campground. Very nice. I think we've made it through all the campsites. This will be site number 30. That should be the last one. It's a beautiful big site. Right on the corner of the road. Goes like that. Got your fire pit and your picnic table right here. Lots of room for multiple tents. Definitely fit a small trailer in here. Very nice. So that does it for the campsite tour. Let's go see what else we could find in this park. That was site number 30, the last site to check out. Okay, water supply right across the street, and just some beautiful nature trails is what I'm seeing. They've got trails set up, and they're not patting themselves on the back too much, but what this is ADA compliant hiking. This is for people with disabilities in wheelchairs or walkers. They use very small gravel, so it's easy to roll over, and people with disabilities can take a walk in the woods. Now, they're not putting up signs or anything like that congratulating themselves on being good, but they are good. I like to address that, by the way. I know when I do these park campgrounds, I do tend to see only the good. Now, there are negative things happening everywhere, but the good way outweighs any of the negatives that I've seen. You know, a dirty bathroom here or there, a bent fence, you know, missing, you know, grills and stuff like that. I don't count that. That's not bad. That's just a regularly used campground. You can't hold the campground management responsible for that. They got a nice little basketball set up here. Kids can get their exercise, wear themselves out a little bit so they're not so obnoxious in the campground at night. It's always good to keep them busy. You know, if I was looking for something bad, I might point this out, but it's just that they're doing some work off season. They got some new gravel here. They piled it up against the bike rack. I'm sure they'll straighten that out before camping season starts. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm thinking this is a day use area because I keep seeing a few picnic tables and fire pits without camping signs, no camping signage. So these may just be day area sites, which is nice. That means that the locals can come down and spend the day here and enjoy the park as well, even if they're not camping overnight. I hope you enjoy these campsite tours. I hope that they're helpful to you when you're looking for your next campsite here in the great Northern Catskills. This is a wonderful choice for you. Very affordable. I'll put the prices up on the screen right here, if I can get them. But they're often very affordable, let's say that. Okay, right down there is a bathhouse. Let's go see if it's open just to be thorough. Yeah, they're locked up, and that's just the responsible thing to do. I wouldn't expect them to leave things open like that. I like this kind of thing. Take a book, leave a book. It's a nice thing. People like to read while they're camping. I've also seen in many of the Suffolk County campgrounds, they have, if you're hungry, take some food. If you have extra food, leave some food boxes on most of their campsites. It's another thing I admire very much. Seems like people who work in these campgrounds are generally good people. A birdhouse. Got to take care of the local fauna. Okay, so we didn't get a chance to tour the bathrooms, but the toilet bowls, urinals, and sinks. I'm sure it's immaculately clean, as always, in state park campgrounds. That's one thing that I can be quite sure of, is that they're very thorough with their cleaning process. Okay, let's see what else we can find. Here's a nice wide shot here of the accommodations down by the office here. You've got the playground out there, a little pavilion for parties. Love how the water's flowing right now. Crystal clear, by the way. Got a little more day use area here with some picnic tables and barbecues. There's a bathroom up the hill over there. That's the camp office over there. There's some utility buildings over there, maybe recycling as well. And an athletic field. There's a volleyball net set up. A nice little, and this, you might not think it, but this is also ADA compliant to have a bridge across this little stream, whether or not there's water flowing or not. The playground is closed for the season, to be expected. Looks like a nice one. And right here we've got horseshoes. If you need to borrow horseshoes, there's a sign up on the camp store door, camp office, I believe. So you can borrow horseshoes. It didn't mention volleyballs though. And you got this big open field. Let the kiddies run around. Very nice. All right. Well, that concludes our tour of Max V Shaul, New York State Park Campground and Day Use Area out here in Schoharie County, New York, where the snow's melting as fast as I'm talking, filling up these little creeks with water that I would bet is probably not usually there in the summertime. Thank you everybody for taking your time and clicking on that button and spending your day with me touring a campground. If you're new to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you would take the time just to hit that subscription button in the corner. If you like this content, give us a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel to grow. If you have any questions or comments, I'd be glad to answer and help where I can. Everyone get out there and go camping. There's so many beautiful places to see. What's in this box? This might be another library. Yeah. Take a book, leave a book. Very cool. Looks like this one is for standard rubbish. And this one is for recycling. Please recycle, take care of your garbage, don't leave litter in the woods, pick up after yourself. Carry in, carry out, leave no trace. If you're going to spend time up here in the forest, make sure that you leave no trace. Take your garbage with you, take your food scraps with you, clean up the campsite better than you found it. Okay, time to get back on the road. We have one more place to see. The Devil's Tombstone coming up next.